Welcome to Same Spit, Different Face TV. Well, my opinions is facts, and if you don't like my opinions, you can start your own podcast. And it's free, so don't forget to spit on the like button, the subscribe button, and the notification. If you clicked on this video to hear about 50 Cent starting Big Meech or GoFundMe, I need you to hit the like button. If you're new to the channel, hit the subscribe button. Now, Spit Squad. First thing I'm going to do is let you know what 50 Cent said, and then I'm going to give you my opinions. 50 Cent posted a picture. It says, help Big Meech pay his bills. And then it says, help Big Screech pay his $30K a month Airbnb. That's one of P's cribs. Shout out to Quality Control. Now, my only thought process is, what is going through Big Meech's head? I wonder, how do Big Meech feel about what him and 50 Cent going through? I know he can't feel good. 50 Cent has called him a rat, and at every corner, 50 Cent has been trying to embarrass him. Now, one thing I will say is Big Meech have been replying on his Instagram page, and actually, I'm going to start covering some of that. I'm going to post some of them videos up maybe later today or tomorrow. But if you Big Meech, you got to be looking at this as one of the biggest fumbles ever. Now, the thing I said is that you have to understand Big Meech did 19 plus years in jail. So he did about just under 20, I believe it was. But he went in with his name intact. He did his whole bid on the regular yard. He wasn't in PC or nothing. He was a stand-up guy. Terrence Gangster Williams basically talked about seeing him in the feds and how Big Meech would, have all the people around him, guys who was Crips and Bloods and whatever else they was getting BMF tattoos across their neck. They was holding him down. He had money, he had fame, he had power. He said he would lift weights. And he said, he would get drunk and just tell stories. Like, he had the compound on lock. You got to think about it. He was BMF, one of the biggest drug dealers in the world. So guys going to treat him based off his reputation. But also, they thinking, if I can get in close with dude, maybe I can get the line on somebody and get something decent going for myself. So it's a crazy situation, man, when you look at what he left for and what he came back to. I don't know, man. It's hard for me to even gauge this sometime. Now, I do feel like, 50 Cent beating a dead horse, but we've heard from him, 50 Cent in the past that, once you on the other side, he don't want anything to bring you back to life. And what y'all have to understand is that Big Meech has the power, or had the power and had the credibility to make Rick Ross relevant again. And 50 Cent don't want Rick Ross relevant. So what he doing is he's killing Big Meech credibility, and that kills Rick Ross credibility. And that's what really happened, right? Rick Ross made the song Blowing Money Fast. I think on Big Meech, Rick Ross had, talked about being in the streets, and I read his book. It sounds like he was in the streets from his book. But let's just be honest, Rick Ross isn't really relevant for any TV. He's not relevant for music. Now, as a businessman and an entrepreneur, obviously he's relevant, and obviously he's doing a lot of good things in that realm. But he don't have cultural cachet right now. You know what I'm saying? Nobody's going to him and saying, hey, here's $100 million because you moved the culture. But if Big Meech stand next to him, it can make Rick Ross seem super relevant again, and it could put a bunch of money in Rick Ross' pocket and all of this type of stuff. Whatever you want to look at, whatever influence you think he can have, he can give to Big Meech. So what he has to do, 50 Cent, in his mind, he like, I got to stop this before this even started, because if this guy becomes relevant, this could create issues and problems with my brand, because now they'll be going back and forth at each other, all of that type of stuff. 50 Cent just want Rick Ross to stay out of the way, and he gonna make sure he try to keep him out of the way. If you want more updates on 50 Cent, Big Meech, Rick Ross, hit the subscribe button. If you want more hip-hop and celebrity updates, hit the subscribe button. Check out my original Chicago hood movie in the end screen, No Time to Play Fair. If you into sneakers, you a sneakerhead, you love seeing the new Jordans, Pumas, whatever it may be, subscribe to Kicking It with Fairplay 2333. If you're trying to follow me on my basketball journey, my weightlifting and fitness journey, and also be inspired to get back on your fitness journey, subscribe to Fairplay, Flex, and Fadeaway. Also, any of these pages I just named, you can also find them on TikTok or Instagram.